what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar, har, fiddle-dee-dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free.
You are a pirate! Avast, mateys, landlubbers, and scurvy sea dogs! May I introduce thee to the mightiest freebooter in space, captain of the starship Tidal Wave, the most awesome pirate who ever lived, who was a lion. Hello everybody, Mighty Grimlock back again. I was going to try and do that in an entire pirate voice, but I can't keep that up, can I? Can't keep that up. Yeah, nice to see you all again, everyone. Today we are looking at quite a lovely beast. This is Transformers Prime RID Thundertron, and he's awesome. I do like him indeed. I'm not sure about the weapon on the top. I'll get to that in a moment. But yes, he's basically some kind of lion. I've already seen the Leo Prime repaint, which looks pretty cool. But yeah, he's a nice little lion, and it's one of the first beast formers I've ever actually owned, because I've never been massively into the beast style. But I saw this guy in Argos for £15.33, so I couldn't really pass that up, because I know he's supposed to be really good, and he is really good. So there you go. If anyone's interested, by the way, in Argos at the minute they have all the new Transformers Prime Voyager line. So that's like Thundertron here, Ultra Magnus, and Starscream, and they're all £15.33. I have no idea why, but obviously that's about seven or eight quid cheaper than anywhere else. So if you're interested, get Argos, everyone. They always have bargains on there if you can be asked to wait around. But yes, anyway, here we have Thundertron in his lion mode, and I think you'll all agree it's quite a nice mode. I'll talk about this weapon first so I can get rid of it, because it's one of the powerizer weapons or weaponizer weapons or whatever the hell they're called. Obviously, you pull it down and this sword flips round. It doesn't quite go at the front. It's a bit of a letdown. It's not very good. I'm not going to say any more about that. But anyway, onto the actual toy himself, and this guy is lovely. Beautiful blue colours, and he's got some nice translucent blues on his forearms here in the lion mode. I love the blue and white paint scheme. I think it really works. And also some lovely on his sort of wing tips here. Some lovely sort of sprayed on silver, which sort of turns into the blue, and I think that's really nice. Some nice bits of detail all over him, really. His face is quite a nice little face. I love his massive blue eyebrows and his little gold paintwork on there. Unfortunately, you can't move his jaw at all. He's kind of stuck, and he's got some nice sort of moulded in detail along there. Yeah, there's not really much more I can say about the lion mode, other than that it is actually a lovely mode. To transform him, it's quite simple. Hang on, I'm just going to take my hat off. I don't really need that on anymore, because I'm not doing the pirate voice, and no, I will not do it again. I've embarrassed myself enough. Thank you very much. Yeah, transform him. Anyway, it's dead simple. It's kind of like Cheetor, I think, from Beast Wars, but slightly more involved around the front arm section. Basically, you take his legs and you just turn them round. They're on like I don't know what you can see in there. They're on like a hinge joint, which is attached to the ball joint, which is pretty cool. Then you just take his foot and turn that round, and then bring these bits down. So you've got like a nice looking foot. Do the same with this leg. Turn that round. Let's see if we can actually get this on camera so you can see. There you go. It just swivels round there like that, and then you turn the foot round. This foot's on a ball joint, the other one isn't. There's a reason for that, which I'll show you in a minute, but you probably all know what it is already. And then you end up with two nice looking feet like that. The next thing you do is you take this sort of tail section and you just sort of fold that out. It kind of flips out a little bit, and click that out like that. Then what we do, this is where it gets a little bit interesting, which is pretty cool. These are the front paws. And they're on like a ball joint just attached there. You just unclip them and bring them round just so they're on the back there like that. And then what I like to do is just get the paws ready. So you just turn them round like that on the ball joint, just spin them round. and then you've got them almost ready for when he's fully formed. The next thing we would do is you just take the arms, and they're a little bit tight, these arms. It took me a while to figure out how to transform them the first time. So you just pull the shoulder blades out like that, and then pull the arms down. There's a little tab for the fist. You just flick the fist out, and then we have an arm. Same again for this one. Pull this arm down, flick the fist out, spin it around, move it around. There we go. There's not really any sort of tabs or anything for the arms to go in, so that it can be in quite fluid positions, which is quite cool because it means you can have them in some nice poses if you're that way inclined, which I'm generally not. I'm not very good at posing. But anyway, then the next thing you do is you flick the mane up, or like the beardy mane bit, and then this whole section folds all the way around, and it folds quite far, further than you would think anyway. Then we just get the head, pull that up, and just adjust these forehead piece, and we're almost there now. The next bit is these little white bits, the white sort of mane. They're on like a hinge. I'm just going to see if I can get a decent shot. There you go. So in here, there's like a little gold hinge which pops off all the time. And what you have to do is a kind of double hinged thing. You just push it down so that the mane sort of comes down towards his chin, and then do the same with this one, like so. And we're nearly there now. What you go next thing is these translucent blue pieces. They just sort of fold down like that, and that sort of splays out the mane a bit at the top, and it looks pretty good. Then we take the legs that were at the back. They was like the front paws, and they just sort of fold over the top of the shoulder guard. Again, these don't clip in anywhere, so you can kind of have them wherever you want. And there we have Thundertron, or as I like to call him, Jarga from the Thundercats, because he really reminds me of Jarga from the Thundercats. He also looks a little bit like the guy from that Templar Knight from Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. Also, he reminds me of the Gnome King from Return to Oz. I have no idea why. And he also reminds me a bit of Davy Jones, I suppose, from Pirates of the Caribbean, being a pirate himself. He has a huge beard which starts up here and goes all the way down behind his lion's head and down to his crotch, which is massive. And he's got quite a nice little face. I don't think that's going to pick that out too well, but he's got like a little golden tash or golden something or other that goes in with his beard. There is some like a degree of light piping for his head, but his eyes are actually red, so you don't get any light piping whatsoever. But in terms of articulation, he's very well articulated. His shoulders obviously aren't fixed anyway, so you can move them all the way around. He's got a swivel joint at the top of his shoulder, hinge joint on his elbow. His fists obviously are on like a hinge so they can tuck in. His head's ball jointed. Not that you can actually do a lot of moving around with it. It's a bit kind of hemmed in a little bit by all that. And his legs are obviously, they're a nice ball joint there. Swivel joint right at the top, 90 degree on the knees, and this foot, like I said before, is ball jointed. This one isn't. There's a reason for that, because what happens with this foot is it pops off and he becomes a peg leg pirate. Yay! Just like all proper pirates should be, because obviously piracy was a really good way of losing a foot. I don't know. Yeah, but this actually becomes a weapon, this foot. So what you do with that is I'm just going to do it with one hand. You put it back, almost back into like beast mode foot with the claws at the front, and there's a little gold peg just here which you fold down, and this will peg into a hole on his arm, like so. There you go. And then he has a nice sort of arm claw thing. Yeah, and there he is in all his glory. He's a lovely bot. I do like him very much. The only problem, I don't know if I've already pointed this out or not, but he has this really amazing logo, and mine for some reason there's a bit of a quality control there, Hasbro. It's like rubbed off and it's missing part of it, which is a bit annoying, especially when you consider, when you see on the box how awesome that logo is. It's like a combination of Autobots, Decepticons and pirates, and it's just brilliant. I forgot to show you the box. Here it is. It's not very impressive at all. It's like European style. I quite like that the artwork of Thundertron there in his beast mode, and there's a nice picture there as well of him. But it's a European one, and basically it's just all different languages. So I won't be keeping that box. That'll be going the distance. Yeah, obviously his wonderful weapon can peg in anywhere. You can either hold it or you can have it on his arm, and then you just pull it back. And to be honest, if this was actually a normal weapon and it stayed like that without the light, you don't really need the light, that would be pretty cool, because it's a really nice sword, and if you could just sort of wield it on his forearm, that'd be awesome. But unfortunately, as soon as you let go, it jumps up like that and he looks ridiculous. But anyway, a bit of a size comparison. The only other Voyager I have is Optimus Prime, so when you put them say that again, side by side, they're actually about the same size. There's not really any difference there at all, so at least they're keeping things consistent. If you compare him to Voyager Grimlock, who seems to be one of my comparison pieces at the minute, there's quite a bit of difference there. Voyager Grimlock's huge. But the plastic on this one does feel nicer. I know everyone's getting sick of talking about plastic on Hasbro toys, but he does feel a lot nicer, this guy. Doesn't feel like he's going to fall apart or break or anything. So yeah, anyway, this has been Voyager Thundertron. I have been Mighty Grimlock. Please come back again. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Yo ho,